Now looking at the championship games. Look, 49ers, Eagles, they're the top two teams in the league, or at least in the NFC. And the way I look at this game is that I think the Eagles are a team that does a great job of forcing the turnovers. I think they really amped that up against a rookie quarterback. Granted, an impressive rookie quarterback with one of the best offensive minds in the game in his corner. But I think they amp it up, get a few turnovers, and that's the cause of the demise of the 49ers. For the second year in a row, the 49ers losing the NFC Championship game. Give me the Eagles. AFC Championship now. Bengals, Chiefs, Arrowhead Stadium. No neutral site required for this one. It'll be the second straight year this game takes place at Arrowhead. Fifth straight year where Arrowhead hosts the AFC Championship. Going back to Mahomes' first full year in the NFL, that being 2018. And I keep going either way with this. I mean, on the one hand, the Chiefs have had so many uncharacteristic plays happen against Cincinnati. Now you gotta think, one of these days, Kansas City is going to be able to turn around and find a way to beat them. But on the other hand, like I say about Kansas City with their division, can you really expect that until someone can prove it? Like in this case, can we really expect it until Kansas City can prove that they can play up to their potential against the Bengals? I don't know. I mean, to me, it kind of comes down to if the Chiefs can really pressure Joe Burrow. If they can, I feel like that they got a decent sized chance at getting some revenge, going to the AFC champion, going to the Super Bowl, I should say, and playing the Eagles, what would be the Kelsey Bowl. Andy Reid against his former team. And then you look at Cincinnati. If they can keep the Kansas City defense preoccupied, so to speak, then I think Cincinnati could very well make the Super Bowl for the second time in 2 years. Call it bias, I'm taking the Chiefs. I feel like they can and probably should be able to get to Joe Burrow, especially with Burrow now missing two of his offensive linemen. Chiefs fans can tell you how much offensive linemen, how much they mean to a team. Just look at what happened when they played the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. And this is a Chiefs front that is top 5 in the league in sacks. So they can get at the quarterback. And here I'm going to say they do get after Burrow. They create pressure. They create sacks. That allows Kansas City to finally beat the Joe Burrow Bengals on their way to a Super Bowl. So now the Super Bowl. Chiefs, Eagles, like I said, it's going to be the Kelsey Bowl if this happens. It's going to be Andy Reid versus his former team. And no, I've said two things about what you need to do to beat the Eagles. And those two things are you need to have a decent ground game. And you need to be able to not turn the ball over as much. Have a little bit of turnover luck, so to speak. And you could make the argument Kansas City has a rushing attack that's at least decent. Granted, an underutilized rushing attack, but a decent one nonetheless. But then you look at the turnovers. The Chiefs are the rare playoff team that can be considered a favorite despite having a negative turnover differential. They need to have those turnovers go their way, or at least break even, if they're going to beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, I think. Thing is, though, as of late, they've been handling the turnovers better. I mean, more recently, it seems they've been having more efforts where they have 1 to 0 turnovers in a game. And then you also throw in the fact that Kansas City has kind of owned the NFC this year. They're 5-0 this year against the NFC. All those wins came by double digits, including a road win over the 49ers, who had just recently acquired Chris McCaffrey. So that leads me to think that Kansas City, they win this game. They win the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, his second Super Bowl trophy in his young career. And Kansas City can celebrate once again. But there you go. There's my predictions for the NFL postseason. If you like this, please like and subscribe. I don't know if I'll be doing much more in the coming weeks, but I'll try to be back for next season. But until then, I've been the Sports Wiz 101, and I will see you all later.